Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. On September 25th, General Hospital delivers one of its most emotional and unforgettable episodes in recent memory. Port Charles will come together, not for a scandal, not for a courtroom showdown, and not for one of the explosive confrontations that so often dominate the canvas, but instead for a heartfelt farewell. A legend is leaving, and the weight of that departure will ripple through nearly every corner of the community. The spoilers tease that this is not just another ordinary day in the lives of our favorite characters. This is the day when grief, reflection, and togetherness collide, and the town unites to say goodbye in a way that will leave fans touched, shaken, and deeply moved. The very idea of Port Charles gathering for such a moment underscores how significant this character has been to the people who live there. Not everyone in town can agree on politics, family feuds, or business rivalries. But when a legend departs, the walls come down. Spoilers for this special episode make it clear that nearly every family will be represented, from the Quartermaines to the Corinthos family, from the Webbers to the Spencers, from old friends to newer allies. This is not a goodbye that passes quietly. This is a send-off that commands attention, respect, and emotion. As the service begins, the atmosphere in Port Charles is heavy with nostalgia. Characters reflect not only on the influence of the one they are saying farewell to, but also on how that presence shaped their own lives. Some will share stories that highlight moments of laughter, humor, and resilience, while others will recall guidance, mentorship, or unwavering loyalty. The service becomes a mosaic of memories, each person contributing a brushstroke to the portrait of a figure who meant something unique to them. Fans can expect the camera to linger on tearful faces, allowing the audience to experience the magnitude of loss alongside the characters. General Hospital is at its best when it allows silence to say as much as words, and there will likely be pauses that carry their own weight. Moments where a glance across the pews, or the quiver in someone's voice, communicates years of history. These are the beats that connect viewers emotionally and remind us that this fictional town mirrors real life in its portrayal of grief and legacy. Of course, saying goodbye is never simple in Port Charles. Spoilers indicate that alongside the grief, there will be underlying tensions simmering beneath the surface. Some characters will use this moment of gathering to mend fences, acknowledging that life is short and grudges can't always survive the weight of tragedy. Others may find themselves struggling to share space with rivals, torn between paying respects and managing the unresolved conflicts that are never far from the surface in this town. Viewers can expect these dynamics to bring added texture to the farewell, blending genuine sorrow with the complicated realities of Port Charles relationships. What makes this farewell particularly poignant is how it becomes a bridge between generations. Characters who were present decades ago will share space with those who joined the town more recently. For longtime viewers, this will serve as a reminder of how legacies endure, passed down like torches from one era to the next. For newer fans, it will provide insight into just how deeply rooted this legend's impact has been. Spoilers tease that even those who are not directly connected to the figure being honored will still feel the gravity of the occasion, recognizing that this is a turning point for Port Charles as a whole. In the lead-up to this day, many characters prepared themselves emotionally. Some struggled to put their feelings into words, others wrestled with regrets about things left unsaid, and a few sought comfort in family or friends before stepping into the church. Spoilers highlight that September 25th is less about spectacle and more about the raw, honest emotions of those who gather. Expect heartfelt monologues, whispered confessions, and visible attempts to hold back tears. Viewers should prepare for scenes where grief feels layered with pride, sadness at the loss, but gratitude for the time shared and the memories left behind. As the service unfolds, certain characters will take center stage to speak directly. Each eulogy promises to shine light on a different facet of the person being remembered. One character may emphasize their courage during times of crisis, another might focus on their kindness, while still another might recall their ability to bring humor into even the darkest days. These varying perspectives will combine to form a more complete picture, reminding everyone in the audience that a legend is not defined by a single quality, but by the many ways they touch the lives of others. General Hospital spoilers also suggest that this farewell will not be devoid of surprises. In true soap fashion, there could be unexpected arrivals, faces from the past who return to Port Charles to pay their respects. Imagine the reactions when characters thought long gone suddenly walk through the doors. These appearances will not only honor the departed, but also stir fresh emotions among those present. Old rivalries may be reignited, or old wounds reopened, but the overriding theme of the day will remain respect. At the same time, viewers should not be surprised if the event serves as a catalyst for storylines that extend far beyond the service itself. Funerals in Port Charles often function as turning points. They provide opportunities for alliances to shift, secrets to come out, or decisions to be made in the heat of emotion. Spoilers hint that while September 25th is primarily about farewell, it also plants seeds for what comes next. Who will take up the mantle left behind? Who will honor the legacy by making changes in their own lives? And who will exploit the emotional vulnerability of others for their own gain? These questions will shape the weeks to follow. At the heart of the episode is love. The love of family, the love of friends, and the love of a community that knows how to come together when it matters most. Even those characters who have been hardened by betrayal or ambition cannot fully escape the emotional pull of this day. There is something universal about loss that cuts through the layers of resentment. Spoilers strongly suggest that some unlikely hands may reach out in comfort, bridging divides in ways that would have seemed impossible only days earlier. The visuals of this episode will likely be powerful. Fans can expect a set filled with flowers, candles, and quiet reverence. Wardrobe choices may carry symbolism, with characters wearing not just black but touches of color that reflect personal connections. A single object, perhaps a photograph or a cherished possession, could serve as a central point of focus during the service. These choices will help make the farewell not only emotional but also visually memorable. Music, too, will play a crucial role. General Hospital knows how to use score and silence to enhance storytelling. A soft piano, a somber string arrangement, or even an a cappella hymn might underscore the key moments. When paired with the performances of the actors, these choices will elevate the atmosphere, ensuring that viewers feel the depth of the character's loss even if they are watching from their living rooms. Fans should prepare for moments of flashback or reflection. Spoilers tease that memories may be revisited, either through dialogue or visual cutaways, reminding the audience of why this character mattered so deeply. These glimpses into the past serve a dual purpose, honoring history for longtime fans while offering context for newer viewers. They make it clear that a true legend leaves an imprint on every era, shaping the town across decades. The ripple effects of this farewell will extend far beyond September 25th. Grief has a way of changing people, and spoilers suggest that in the weeks to come, several characters will make choices influenced by this day. Some may decide to pursue forgiveness, realizing life is too short to remain estranged. Others may embrace new opportunities, inspired by the example left behind. And still others may struggle to cope, turning to destructive habits or questionable alliances as they attempt to fill the void. The writers are ensuring that this goodbye is not an endpoint but a beginning of new chapters for many characters. What fans can count on is that September 25th will be remembered as a landmark episode. It is rare for a show to bring together so many characters across storylines, but that is precisely what makes it special. The service is not just about one life. It is about the interconnectedness of the entire town, about how one person's journey can influence dozens of others. It is about community, and it is about legacy. The anticipation for this episode is immense because viewers know that when General Hospital slows down to focus on raw emotion, the result is unforgettable. Spoilers promise that tears will flow not just in the pews of Port Charles, but also in living rooms across the country. Fans will be reminded why they have stayed loyal to this soap for so many years, because it has the power to make them feel, to connect them to fictional lives that reflect real human experiences. As the closing moments of the episode approach, expect a combination of finality and hope. A legend will be laid to rest, but their influence will continue. Characters may exchange quiet words about carrying the torch forward, promising not to let the legacy fade. The episode may close on a symbolic shot, a group gathered together, a lingering photograph, or even the skyline of Port Charles set against the setting sun. Whatever form it takes, it will signal that while this chapter is ending, the story of Port Charles continues. The spoilers for September 25th make one thing abundantly clear. This is not an episode to miss. Whether you have been watching for decades or only recently joined the journey, this farewell will strike a chord. It will remind viewers of the human heart at the center of every soap storyline. Beneath the twists, betrayals, and cliffhangers lies a story about people who love, lose, grieve, and remember. That is what General Hospital is delivering in this preview. So as Port Charles gathers to say goodbye, audiences too will find themselves reflecting on what it means to honor a legend. The tissues will be necessary, the emotions unavoidable, but the experience will be unforgettable. September 25th will stand as a tribute not only to the character being honored but to the enduring power of General Hospital itself. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for all of your updates.